The sticker price is $60,175. Let's see what else you get for that price. Now you'll notice when I showed you the roof earlier, there's no sunroof here. So not a whole lot to talk about with our upper console here. You can see what's there as far as that goes. Not too much going on. Here's your lighting. Obviously going to have that on both sides. And a sunglass holder up front. Nice to see that. And we'll work our way down. I like the red contrast stitching throughout the interior here, and the way this design is done as far as the dash area goes. It looks really nice. Has a nice racy look to it. There's your glove box, in case you're curious about that. Now, we'll move over to the passenger side door panel over there. That design's really nice. It is plastic, but it does look pretty nice. The armrest is nice and big. You're going to have a good sized door bin down there as well. And you can also, I'll show you on this side, you don't actually have a door handle. You actually have the button right here to open the door. But there will be a manual release available if you need that, if, again, the battery dies. Here's where you control your side view mirrors, right, left, and you can just leave that in the middle when you're not doing anything with that. Pretty easy to deal with. You've got your power windows here. One touch down, one touch up. On the driver and passenger side, you can lock and unlock the doors. Here's where you control your exterior lighting that we showed you earlier in the video. You can leave that on auto, or you can turn everything on if you want to, depending on what you need to do with that. And this button right here, you push that, it's going to open the hood for you. By the way, I told you about the manual release for opening these doors. If the battery dies, it's located right here. There you go. We'll also see right here the release for the steering wheel. It's tilt and telescopically adjustable. Take advantage of having that door open to show that to you. Everything for your cruise control over here, and then right here some more steering wheel mounted controls. Depending on what we need to know about, we can arrow through that. See all of that great information right there, and pretty easy to figure out as far as how that works. On the rear of the steering wheel, you're going to have everything for your volume and what you listen to on this side and the volume on the other side. Shifter paddles will be here. A very nice modern look with your driver's display. I like that. It does a nice job. And something else that I like is how the screen center screen here is actually tilted a little bit or angled towards the driver. So that's nice. See, I paired with Apple CarPlay. You're going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here, depending on what you need to listen to or what you want to do with that. You got quite a few different options here. You can add a page if you want to, and you can see some of your options here as far as it goes. Now, these are where your sensors are located. Remember, we talked about this sensor right up here earlier in the video, just to show you what's going on here. Quite a few different sensors in quite a few different areas, but it's nice to be able to see where they are and know what they do. We can come here to dashboard if we want to take advantage of that, depending on how we want things to look. And we can also come in here and change what's going on with the vehicle. If you want to go to sport mode, you can do that. We can also go to our sports setup right here, and you can see all of the individual areas that you can change depending on what it is you want to do. You can take care of all of that right here. We're going to do that just like that, just to show you what's going on in some of these aspects of the vehicle. I like that. We can customize things if we need to. We can go to custom setup right there. It's not difficult to learn or use, that's for sure. We can come back out of here. We're going to come to controls just to show you what's going on here, and then we can come over here and go to settings. Quite a few different things as far as that goes, so you can see what you've got. You've got your different things such as mirrors and wipers, cameras, all of that, clock and date. We can come in here and go right up here, display, drive theme, depending on what you want to do with that. You can come in here and got one little option right there as far as that goes. And all of our different apps are going to be right here where we can come and take a look at things when you hit that selection right down there. There you go. You can see Apple CarPlay connected. You can see what else is going on here as far as that goes. And I'm going to go into reverse. This is the only camera view that we're going to have as far as this particular model goes, but you can see what's going on where that is concerned. And then we work our way down to our air conditioning controls right here. So if you want to take advantage of that, obviously that's where you're going to do that. Nice to have the physical controls here. Our hazard light button is right here if we need to turn that on. And then we're going to have a few other little one-touch buttons here. Depending on what we need to turn on or off, we can do that. You've got your connectivity here, a couple of USB options. No wireless charging pad in this particular case. And here's your shifter. I'll let you take a look at that design. Very interesting as far as that goes. And you just pull on the front. There's a release right there that allows you to go into reverse, neutral, drive, and you can go right here and hit the L if you need to. That's pretty easy to deal with. The button to start and stop the engine is right here. Power parking brake. We're going to have our cup holders and then our center console. Now you can use that as an armrest if you want to. I'll go ahead and open that up. It opens this way, as you can see, towards the driver, and you can see that you have a little bit more connectivity as far as the the 12-volt power outlet goes. And how about an audio sample? You have the Alpine 9-speaker system here with the subwoofer. Let's give you a quick sample of how that sounds. Definitely sounds great in person. I hope my audio with my microphone does it justice.